In early June 2020, the small coastal town of Mossel Bay was shaken to its core. A young mother, known for her warmth, her energy, and her devotion to her three children, was attacked in one of the most brutal ways imaginable. Her name was Naledi Phangindawo. Her story is one of love that turned toxic, of warning signs ignored, and of a justice system that, for once, did not look away. This is the case of Naledi Phangindawo, a story that still echoes across South Africa's ongoing fight against gender-based violence. Naledi was 25 years old, a mother of three children, and a proud entrepreneur from KwaNongqaba, a township just outside Mossel Bay. Friends describe her as vibrant, kind, and driven. She sold beauty products, ran small side hustles, and was often seen laughing with her friends or walking her kids to school. But behind the smiles, people close to her began noticing that something wasn't quite right. There were whispers about her relationship, the arguments, the controlling behavior, and the fear that had started creeping into her life. Like so many women in similar situations, Naledi tried to make it work. She wanted peace. She wanted stability for her children. What she couldn't have known was how far that desire for peace would push her into danger. It was Saturday, 6th of June 2020. South Africa was still under COVID-19 lockdown restrictions. People were home, life was quieter, but tension in many households were high. That evening, Naledi attended a traditional cultural function in KwaNongqaba. It was supposed to be a community event, a celebration, nothing unusual. But at some point during that gathering, something went horribly wrong. According to witnesses, a man suddenly approached her, and what followed was described by those nearby as a scene of absolute horror. Naledi was attacked brutally. She was struck with an axe and stabbed multiple times. Her car windows were smashed. It was an act of rage so violent that even seasoned investigators struggled to process it. By the time help arrived, it was too late. Naledi had succumbed to her injuries on the scene. News spread fast through social media, WhatsApp groups, and local radio stations. Her friends were in disbelief. How could this happen to her? Someone who was loved, someone who had tried so hard to live a normal, happy life. Within hours, police had a name. The man they were looking for was her ex-partner, a 34-year-old man named Naledi Phangindawo. He didn't run for long. The next day, he handed himself over to police. He knew exactly what he had done. Naledi's death hit the Mossel Bay community like a tidal wave. People took to the streets, holding signs that read, "Justice for Naledi." Her family, still in shock, spoke publicly, begging for the justice system to do right by her and to not let her case fade into the background. When Naledi appeared in court, the mood was tense. There were no tears, no visible remorse. Court documents later revealed that Naledi had endured abuse before, that this was not the first time she had been hurt by him. The case moved slowly through the system, delayed by lockdown backlogs and legal wrangling. But in 2022, after nearly 2 years, the court delivered its verdict. Naledi was found guilty of murder and was sentenced to 18 years in prison. For Naledi's family, that sentence brought some measure of relief, but not peace, because no amount of prison time can bring back a daughter, a sister, a mother. Her children are growing up without her, learning about her through stories, photos, and the echoes of her laughter that still fill their home. Naledi's story isn't just about one woman. It's part of a much larger crisis that South Africa continues to battle, gender-based violence. In 2020 alone, during the same period as Naledi's murder, more than 21,000 cases of domestic violence were reported during the lockdown. and those are only the ones that made it to the police. Stories like Naledi's remind us that love shouldn't hurt, and that when someone says they're afraid, we have to listen. I mean, she did everything right. She tried to walk away, but in the end, the system and society failed to protect her. Naledi's story is painful, but remembering her keeps her spirit alive. Her strength, her love for her children, and her fight for peace deserve to be remembered, not just as another tragedy, but as a call to action. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, please reach out. In South Africa, you can call the GBV Command Center at 0800 428 428 or dial *120 *7867# from any phone for help. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And if this story resonated with you, please hit that like button, share it with someone, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's keep this conversation going in the comments below. Stay safe.